Welcome back, guys. This is Tough Choice. I am your host, Kazeem Rahman. On the hot seat today is me. Yes, I know this is one of our deep dive episodes where we go through some would you rathers, we go through some what would you do's, we go through some moral dilemmas, and we might have a couple audience submitted questions as well. Guys, you know how we do it here. We don't really waste any time. The game is Tough Choice. You must explain yourself. You must pick between the two choices. You get one pass, you get one pause, and we don't do final choices.
Let it begin! Let it begin!
Would you rather have a beard made from Velcro or only be able to masturbate if a stranger does it? All right. Normally, I would say Velcro, but I'm trying to grow this beard out a little more than what it is. Right now, it's low. So a Velcro beard, if it's low, that's fine. But if I let it grow a little more, a Velcro beard is going to get caught on everything. It's going to get like little lint on it. You know how like Velcro sometimes will have like little tiny balls for some reason? That's a lot, right? But then my beard will be full, right? It's not always full. Sometimes it can be patchy sometimes, right? But I'm trying to think, only be able to masturbate if a stranger does it. I can't do that. Well, actually, you know what? I'll only be able to masturbate if a stranger does it, and I just won't masturbate unless a stranger does it. I can figure that out. Right? I make money. Not really. But yeah, I can figure that out. I can't do beard made of Velcro. That was easy. Would you rather be forced to only use scavenged leaves as toilet paper or only be able to eat at 3:30 a.m.? I'm trying to think. Scavenged leaves. Oh, that's going to be rough. I've been using triple ply. Recently, I just discovered it and I can't go back. I can't go back to regular toilet paper. So I'm going to have to do the eating. And I know some people are thinking, well, I'll just use the scavenged leaves of toilet paper and I have a bidet. You know what it means. You know what this means. It's not a situation of, oh, you can use toilet paper, but if you don't want to use toilet paper and you have a bidet, you don't have to use toilet paper. You're using the leaves. You are using the leaves as toilet paper. And I can't only eat. I will only eat. I don't want to. I don't want to only eat at 3:30 a.m. But it doesn't mean it doesn't mean I can't eat. It means that I have to wait to eat at 3:30 a.m. My body's I'm going to lose a lot of weight if I can only eat at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. It doesn't say only eat and drink. We're very specific here. So you can still drink water. You're not going to die completely, but you will be a little malnourished if I'm trying to do only eat at 3:30 a.m. only because I don't want to use scavenged leaves as toilet paper. I'm a little bougie sometimes. You know, you're allowed to be bougie sometimes. We'll add that to the fourth rule. As some of you may know, we have 4 rules at Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. First rule is always to keep in mind long-term and short-term. Okay? Second rule is try not to harm yourself as much as possible. Third rule is you can either or either. I don't know grammar. I failed out of college. Fuck you. You can either be shallow or materialistic. You may not be both. And now, our fourth rule is you can be bougie sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Would you rather never be able to sit down or suddenly grow to be 14 feet tall? I will stand. Listen, if they said 7 foot, I would do the 7 foot. I don't know how I'm going to fit in my door, but I'll do the 7 foot. You know what I mean? I don't know how I'm going to like move around. I'm so used to being 5'10" that I don't know what's going to happen if I'm 7 foot. So if I'm 7 foot and I don't want to do that, what makes you think I want to be 14 feet? That's ridiculous. That's higher than a basketball rim. The basketball rim is 10 feet high. I'm gonna make sure you guys understand this. The basketball rim is 10 feet high. Your eyes are 14 feet above the ground. That's high as fuck. That's a little too high. I can't be 14 feet. How do you drive? You know what I mean? Like we have to think about we really have to think about basic functionality of life here, right? If you're 14 feet tall, how are you going to drive? How are you going to find clothes that fit? Right? What are you going to do for work? You can't fit in any office building. You can't sit down in any chair if you're 14 feet. So you might as well pick the never be able to sit down because you can't sit down if you're 14 feet tall. You can't walk through doors if you're 14 feet tall. Does that make sense? You can't ride a roller coaster if you're too tall. Some people are too tall to ride roller coasters. Think about that. Think about what I'm saying. Too tall to ride a roller coaster. Couldn't do it. You're given $5 million. The catch is you aren't allowed to spend any of it on yourself. Instead, you can only use the money to annoy, harass, belittle, and otherwise make life difficult for people you don't like, either people you know or public figures. You can't break the law or physically harm them. What do you do? Listen, you give me $5 million, I will be the troll of trolls. I'm going to go to 5 million. I'll tell you what, 5 million. I'm going to go to the 5 largest cities. So New York, LA, Houston, Chicago, and let's say Atlanta. New York, LA, Houston, Chicago, Atlanta. I'm going to go for $1 million each city. I'm going to buy as many billboards as I can. And I'm going to just say Jermaine Cole has no bangers. Period. For those of you who know who Jermaine Cole is, it is the artist J. Cole. I don't like him. He's all right. He's good, but he has no. His music is sleepy. So I would harass him. I would be a troll. You know what I mean? And if you're a J. Cole fan, I still want you to listen to the podcast. I just need you to know that I don't respect your taste in music. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So you just harass J. Cole. Either way, it doesn't have to be J. Cole, by the way. It can be whoever. It can really be whoever I want. I'm just saying that I would go buy billboards because, as they said, you can't break the law. And I don't want to harass. I don't want to belittle, but I will troll. You have to be a troll. That's fine. But I don't want to harass or belittle. That just seems too mean for my blood. But what I will do, you buy up some billboards and you just talk shit. That's what I would do at least. I would talk shit. I would buy billboards and talk shit. What would you guys do? Tell me what you guys would do. Email toughchoice@outlook.com. All right. Audience submission. Hello, Kazeem. I'm a fan. I have a moral dilemma. I went through this myself and I hope you can solve it for me. All right, cool. You and your best friend are applying for the same job and that you both really want. You're equally qualified, but this is your friend's only employment prospect while you have multiple promising interviews lined up. You're tight with the job recruiter who gave you the trick question every candidate gets asked. Do you share this information with your friend? Yes. How is this a moral? Oh, okay. Some of y'all are fugazi, right? Some of y'all feel like this is a moral quandrum. I don't see this as a moral thing. You know what I mean? Especially if I have multiple jobs lined up. If I really want the job, but I have multiple jobs lined up and I know my friend is applying, yes. Yeah. I'm going to tell him or her, I'm going to tell him. How close is this friend? I'm lying. I'm going to tell. Of course, that's easy. All right. Let's do one more moral thing. You're sitting alone at a cafe. At the table next to you, 2 strangers are having an obvious first date that seems to be going very well. When one of them goes to the restroom, the other, who you're really attracted to, starts chatting you up and asks if they could have your number. Do you give it to them? If not, do you say anything to their date? No and no. Why would I not mind my own business? No, thank you. Nah, No. How fine is this girl? I'm joking. I'm joking. I am joking. I am just kidding right now. At the same time, if we're being honest, if it's a first date, then actually no. I have to think about my morals there. Right? I have to think about what I would really do. There's the joke answer is give her your number and just don't say anything and mind your own business. But the real answer, what I would probably do in that situation, I would say no. I would probably just tell her to follow me on Instagram at Kazeem Comedy, Kazeem. But for the most part, I wouldn't just give her my number while she's on a date. That's just tacky. It is. It's really just tacky. Right? Let's go through some what would you do's. And I wouldn't tell the date because if I go and tell the date, then all she can do is just deny. You know what I mean? And a guy comes back to the table and some random guy is like, hey, bro, just let you know, she tried to give me, or she asked me for my number. And she can be like, no, I didn't do anything. And then what? And then what? And now I got to beat up some random dude in a nice blazer? That doesn't make any sense to me. Sometimes you got to just mind your own business. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to mind my own business. Your vacuum starts thinking for itself and asks for your help to escape the house. The only problem is you run a cleaning service and without the vacuum's unpaid labor, you'd go out of business. What do? You do nothing. Why would I help? No, you don't help the vacuum. If we're talking about, okay, when we say thinking for itself, what do we mean? Are we saying that the vacuum just has a brain, or are we saying the vacuum has feelings? Right? If the vacuum has feelings, I would deeply consider letting the vacuum escape and getting a new vacuum. But if the vacuum is just thinking, then I guess I got a vacuum slave. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? If the vacuum has like a soul, if the vacuum wants to be called Charles, okay. Okay, vacuum. I have a heart. You know what I mean? But if the vacuum just starts talking, the vacuum just talking? Nah, fam. Nah, fam. You're a vacuum. You're gonna be my slave. You were a slave before you started talking, vacuum. Think about that. The vacuum was your slave before, let me not say slave. The vacuum was your servant before, servant's not that good either, but still, the vacuum was your servant before it started talking. So what's the problem? I ask, what is the problem? Who knows? All right. You discover McDonald's is secretly owned and run by Mickey Mouse. He uses the free toys that come with the Happy Meal to promote Disney movies. What do you do? What do? I mind my own business. That's the theme for this episode. Mind your own business. I do not care about McDonald's. I do not care about Disney. Disney, if you're listening, cast me. Sponsor this podcast. I don't like Star Wars, but I'll be in one. You know what I mean? Like Star Wars is low key a stupid ass franchise, but I'll be in one. I'll be in a Star Wars. Disney, Mickey, if you're listening, Mickey, come on this podcast. By the way, I'm just saying, mind your business. That's what I would do. Would you rather have 0 people wish you happy birthday or have a severe lisp? If I'm being honest, I don't care for gifts on my birthday, but I do care when people tell me happy birthday. I'll be honest there, right? I don't care to celebrate my birthday, but somebody give me a call. I expect both my brothers to call. I expect my parents to call, right? I expect that. So if 0 people wished me happy birthday, I would be hurt. I'm not going to lie. Now, have a severe lisp. I can't do that. I can't do that. I talk for a living, guys. Severe. Here's the thing. It doesn't, just looking at the question, right? It seems to me that severe lisp is permanent and it can't be fixed. If it can't be fixed, I'm going to have 0 people wish me happy birthday. That'd be weird if they knew it was my birthday and they still didn't wish me happy birthday. That sounds like that would be the case. Or would they maybe wish me happy birthday the day after? Well, even if they do it the day after, I'm still going to be hurt. right? Because it's my birthday. But I would rather be hurt than have no career. I need to be able to talk. I need to be able to talk. I need to be able to enunciate. No, enunciate. See, I can't even. I if they said have horrible grammar, I'd be like, I'll have horrible grammar. I don't know how to pronounce words. Grammar is not how to pronounce words. I don't know how to talk anyway, so I'll do that. But severe lisp, I need people to understand what I'm saying. So I'm gonna do the birthday. It's gonna suck, but I'll do it. Would you rather go through a TSA line before you get into any bathroom or change your name to Captain Assface? All right, listen. The TSA line that I usually go through is the Burbank Airport in like North Hollywood. That's the TSA line I usually go to. The TSA line at the Burbank Airport takes me like 10, 15 minutes to get through. Every single time, no questions asked. It's very easy. At the same time, the TSA line at like LAX or like I've been to the Denver one. I've been to the TSA line through Houston. I've been to TSA line in Chicago. I've been TSA line in New York, in Jersey. All those TSA lines take, and especially if I need to pee, because sometimes, let's be honest with ourselves, sometimes we need to pee, but we're like, I'll pee later. And then we let that feeling build up, and then suddenly we really need to pee. You know what I mean? So if I really, really need to pee and I have to go through a TSA line, I have to take off my shoes, take off my belt every single time, every time. Well, no, never mind. I don't have to take off my belt. I will have to take off my shoes though. But my belt, I don't really want. I don't wear pants with belts when I go fly. So I don't want to do the TSA line. But change your name to Captain Assface. Who's going to take you seriously? Let's be honest right now. Who's going to take you seriously as a person? Who's going to take me seriously as a comedian? Who's going to take me seriously as a podcaster? Who's going to take me seriously as the national and international host of the podcast Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman? Hashtag Tough Choice. Who's going to take anything I say seriously? How do I introduce myself? Captain Assface. And then no one's, it's just going to be a part. I'm not going to take you serious. I'm not going to take myself seriously if I change my name to Captain Assface. Nah. Come on now. No. So I'm going to have to do the TSA line. I'll do the TSA line. And you know what? Anytime I need to pee, I'm just going to get up and go pee instead of trying to hold it. So then it'll buy me some time. It'll always buy me time if I go immediately instead of waiting. All right. Let's go through some moral dilemmas. All right. Okay. Your mom is going to be arrested on trumped up felony charges. She'll never be convicted or imprisoned, but her arrest and mugshot will be major local news. You have the option of taking the blame for her, but you have to agree to complete a full year of community service where you clear dog poop from your city streets. What do you do? So she gets felony charges. She never gets convicted or imprisoned, but her arrest and mugshot will be major local news. I have the option of taking the blame myself, but then I have to do a full year of community service, not jail, community service, just picking up dog poop from city streets. What do I choose? It only seems like one option of just taking the blame and doing community service. Picking up dog poop isn't bad. Picking up dog poop's not that bad. It's a full year community service. I'm thinking only on like Tuesdays and like Saturdays probably, right? Or like, Mondays and Wednesdays you pick up dog poop. I'm letting my mom get arrested, by the way. I'm just going through the pros and cons of what's going on. I am not taking the blame. Listen, my mom has lived her life. You know what I mean? She's retired. Like her getting arrested would be the coolest thing in our family, especially when she doesn't get convicted and never goes to jail. She just gets arrested and I get a mugshot. Come on now. Felony charges. And we can all say it's trumped up, because she never gets convicted, right? So they probably dropped the charges, but it will be local news, not national news. It says local news. I'm letting her get arrested. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. My mother was born and raised in Nigeria. Like she can handle a mugshot. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all we're saying. It's just a mugshot. Nah, nah, couldn't do it. Would you rather hold the record for biggest boobs in the world or never be able to use bags for anything? Groceries, suitcases, etc. All right. This is hard. This is hard. Okay. Pros and cons. If I have the biggest boobs in the world, it's not going to be pleasant for me. One, I am a man. Two, I am straight. Three, if I have boobs, I'm going to look weird, right? Boobs with these biceps, I'm going to look strange. I'm going to look strange. I can't. I can't do biggest boobs in the world at the same time. It said never be able to use bags. Now, I'm thinking it means like if I go to Walmart, if I go to Home Depot, if I go to if I go to Costco, Sam's Club, right? If I go there, then I can't use bags. But no, it's saying groceries, suitcases, etc. Bruh, come on, man. This is hard, man. Biggest boobs in the world, that's too much. I am a dude, but I need to be able to use a suitcase when I travel. How are you going to travel if you can't use a suitcase? Do I drive everywhere? Do I put everything in my car and just drive everywhere? Right? Do I fold up the clothes, the jeans, and just put it in like the back seat? Do I look like I live in my car when I'm driving from city to city across America? Right? I can't go overseas. You can't unless, well, here's the thing. If I was rich, then it wouldn't matter. Groceries, I'll tell someone to just bring me groceries. Ooh, nope. I can't do bags. Trash bags. Trash bags. If I'm not rich, then maybe you can use like an incinerator. You can just burn your trash, right? But I need trash bags. I need suitcases. If I was rich, I would just fly wherever I want and buy clothes there. Buy shoes, buy clothes, right? Buy underwear. But I'm not there yet. One day I will be with the success of this podcast. Hashtag tough choice. But I'm going to have to take these boobs. I'm going to have to take these boobs. I need a suitcase. And now, even if, honestly, I'm not even going to lie, even if I didn't put suitcase on the card, I would, groceries alone, sometimes I need a bag. So I can't just be out here with no bag, you know? Let's go through some what would you do's. A new flavor of ice cream called dinosaur bones is released and it's delicious. The only problem is that you discover it's being made with real dinosaurs. What do you do? What is the theme of this podcast? What did I say earlier today when I said what the theme of this podcast is? The theme of this podcast right now, today, is mind your own business. Mind your own business. Come on. Why would I care about dinosaur bones? Why would I care about dinosaurs to begin with? Are you serious? Why do I care? I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. If the dinosaur, I'm gonna read this question again, just in case I'm wrong here. A new flavor of ice cream is called dinosaur bones. Then you realize it's made of actual dinosaurs. I don't care. Is it good? Is it good? The dinosaurs had their chance to survive and they ruined it. And now I'm supposed to care because we found some real dinosaurs and they make really good ice cream. Nah, fam. I don't care. I really don't care. Okay. You wake up one morning to discover you're super strong and you can tell who's evil just by looking at them. A supervillain offers you $1 billion to join his team. What do you do? Okay. This is hard. This isn't that hard, but I'm going to act like it is hard. Listen, hear me out. I'm not a rich man. I don't come from money. My parents don't come from money. My brothers don't have money like that. Our whole family, we just work hard. That's what we do. We just work hard. I don't know if you guys are religious, but I believe in God. So it's like by the grace of God, we work and we're able to take care of ourselves. So let's say one day, hypothetically, I wound up being super strong. And then I can tell who's evil by just looking at them. The ability to tell who's evil by looking at them, I don't need that power. I don't think I need that power, at least. Maybe I do. Maybe if like I'm running into a setup, I can tell who's evil by looking at them. I have good intuition. But that power, every black woman already has that power. So it's not, that power is null and void, technically. You know what I mean? But the super strong, I can use. And then Tommy, because I'm going to call him Tommy. You guys can call him supervillain. I'm going to just call him Tommy. Okay? We got to humanize some people. Then Tommy comes up to me. He's like, hey, listen, I know you're a good guy, Kazeem. I know you're a stand-up comedian. You write scripts. You're a host of an international podcast, Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman, #ToughChoice. But I will give you $1 billion to join the dark side. Guys, you are allowed to be, rule number 3, you're allowed to be either shallow or materialistic. What do you think I'm about? $1 billion. What do you think I'm going to choose? $1 billion. Do I be a good person? Right? Do I be a good person? Or do I pick $1 billion? I'm going to pick the billion. Now, it doesn't say I'm going to be a bad guy forever. We all like redemption stories. I love a good redemption story. I'm not going to be a bad guy forever. I'm going to be a bad guy for like 2 years, invest a little bit, right? I might start my own cryptocurrency. I have $1 billion. I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? Or with my billion, I can hire some actors and make it look like I'm a bad guy, but really I'm just a good guy giving back to the community and letting people stretch their acting skills, right? There are multiple things I can do with $1 billion. I'm taking the money, but I might not be as evil as you think I might be. Just saying. Some people that will be my evil thing. My evil thing will be being bad to the supervillain. I'm going to be evil to the supervillain. Do you see how I'm just like trying to do some verbal ninjutsu here? Because I really want the $1 billion. Low key, if we're being honest, I'm going to have to follow the supervillain around for like a week to see how bad he is. You know what I mean? Because there are levels to supervillain. Lex Luthor from DC Comics. Lex Luthor is trying to destroy the world. But I mean, Catwoman just wants to steal a Rolex. If it's just like Catwoman, who we just taking Rolexes, stealing cars, hopping buildings. Yo, I'm gonna take this $1 billion, right? If it's Lex Luthor, I mean, no, I'm not gonna take the $1 billion. I'm not about to try to destroy the world. But I mean, if it's just Catwoman or like Poison Ivy, I mean, Poison Ivy just wants to grow some stuff. But if it's like Mr. Freeze, he wants to freeze the whole world. Nah, I'm good, fam. You can keep your $1 billion, right? I'm super strong. I'm gonna save the world. And then I'm gonna demand $1 billion from the world for saving. See, either way, I'm gonna get the $1 billion. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Guys, that is our episode. This has been Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. I'm your host, Kazeem Rahman. You can find me online at Kazeem Comedy. That's KAZEEM Comedy. Like, share, subscribe, please. We're growing and we're rocking and rolling and we love it. You know what I mean? So do what you would like to do. We hope that you bring your friends in on this journey. If you don't, if it's just you, that's fine. We love you anyway. If you have a tough choice question or a Marry Fuck Kill you want us to consider, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. I've been Kazeem Rahman. Thanks.